Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Dangun Feveron, and this is also known as Fever SOS, and this was created by Cave and licensed to Nihon system in 1998, and it is a bullet hell shooter or manic shooter because the screen can literally fill with bullets, and the game can be very hard. It's a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. And it's very cool. I like it. It's fast-paced, exciting. There's great music. This has a disco bent to it. There can be kind of disco-y music. And when you shoot a number of enemies, these disco dancers are released. And the way to really score points in this game is to catch those disco dancers. And you see images of them falling around. Very silly. Here's a look at it. You can collect power-ups. You can choose between which fighter you want. And you can choose what happens when you hold down the fire button. And your bomb, your secondary button, can release a really, really strong attack, and sometimes it is also disco related. And we saw like a bunch of disco dancers being released with the bomb attack. I guess the makers of this game, Cave, were disco fans. But yeah, that high score list is daunting, and the way to reach it, collect those disco dancers released and don't miss any, to the best of your ability. That will increase the point value when you collect a certain amount. And I think once you collect 1,000, the value of those fighters is greatly increased, or the value of the enemy's shot is greatly increased. Yeah, you can choose between what happens when you hold down the button, charge your shot, to make it lock on a bomb, which is a stronger attack, or a roll, and that creates a little, not quite a shield, but a rotating explosive charge around you. And when you release the button, it will fire that charge upwards. But you can choose any of those before you start your game. And you have 3 lives, and you continue where you left off, but your score gets reset. But again, try to collect as many of those disco dancers as you can in a row without missing one. This game is cool. Cave was, primarily famous for their bullet hell shooters. But yeah, once you miss one disco dancer, they will reach the bottom of the screen and then bounce back up. But if you miss them the second time, then they'll go off screen, and you'll have to restart your disco dancer tally. This game is pretty cool. Very colorful graphics, good music, great action. Oh crap. And this warning indicates that I have to face the boss here. Learning how to play bullet hell shooters and not panicking takes practice. Just have to remember, wherever you see there's the bomb attack for the fighter that I chose, and he'll release more disco dancers. It just takes practice to get used to this. Learn not to be where the enemy attack is, where their projectile is. Just move away from it, and you get to choose the speed of your fighter. I would suggest doing the second fastest speed, maybe the fastest speed, just so you can, sometimes you can lead the enemy bullets one way and then quickly scoot the other way, and you'll want some speed to be able to do that. I've never been terribly good at bullet hell shooters. I get a little bit better with practice. We're not going to see every second of a playthrough, but you know, I'll show you snippets of each level at least, and the boss fights. But yeah, you can see your bomb stock in the bottom left, and you can collect more bombs from certain icons that you can collect from some defeated enemies. There will be power-up increase. I chose the first shot select, which was lock-on. When you hold down the fire button, it does this lock-on feature, and it's this constant stream of strong shots, and it can do it can be like a homing shot and follow the enemies, which is really cool. And then again, there's the bomb, and when you charge your shot, it will release these bombs, these missiles, and they will be much more powerful, but they're very slow moving. And the third type of charged shot is a roll, and it is a swarm of firepower that surrounds you. It's like this cloud of large bullets that surrounds you and circles around you, and you can run it into enemies to greatly damage them. You can still get bullets coming through that to kill you, or you can run into enemies while you have that little cloud and get killed. But it's still kind of a nice feature. I prefer the lock that I have, the lock on. And again, you get to choose your speed. This is all before you even start your game, which is very cool. You can choose slow, medium, fast, or very fast speed. And again, I would suggest either fast or very fast, just so you have enough speed to sweep out of the way of bullets like I'm doing there. And there is a bomb. I will show you all the fighters. Sometimes it is good to waste a bomb just so you don't get nailed by enemy fire, because it'll take out their fire and keep you from getting hit. Yeah, again, like I was saying earlier, the key to scoring a lot of points in this game is collect those disco dancers. Don't miss any. If you get like 1,000, then I think it greatly increases the scoring value for all the enemies you shoot. And you'll get a big old bonus at the end of the level. If you die, if you miss a disco dancer, or if you beat a level, the disco dancer value resets. I had never heard of this before MAME came around, but it's got some fans. Those that get into the bullet hell games definitely will remember this one. And again, Cave was very renowned for its bullet hell games. Ah, crap. But yeah, when you die, all your power-ups are right within reach, and I love that feature of shoot 'em up games. the games that have that feature. Very nice. It's frustrating if you lose all your power-ups and you have to start all the way over. So this is very nice. I think I played through all 3 different fighters and just to show you what their capabilities are. Now, the only thing different between the 3 fighters, well, besides their appearance, or to my knowledge, is that their bombs look different, and their shots can look different, but their charged shot, depending on which one you selected, will look the same for each fighter. I was just about to face the boss and had to spend a continue. And there's the different bomb. It's got the disco dancers flying around. But yeah, your bomb counter is at the bottom left. And note that there is an enemy energy meter at the very top. Crap. And it will go down faster if you use bombs, or if you selected the bomb option from your charged shot, between lock-on, bomb, or roll. I prefer the lock-on best, and that's that I have right there. All those falling disco dancers. See, my score just isn't that high, and that's largely because I didn't collect a whole bunch of disco dancers in a row, and it's super hard to do on any bullet hell shooter like this. I think that's just kind of too much to ask for to get your score bumped up. But otherwise, it's a fun shoot 'em up. And I think, when you collect a certain amount, perhaps, of disco dancers, then you get more points for collecting the power-up icons, too. Use another bomb. Ooh. At some point I put on invincibility, but I don't think I did that yet. Some of the enemies can shoot at you when they pass you, which sucks. So keep your eye out for that. Yikes, like that. Ah, crap. Yeah, No! I love that. When you choose not to continue, it'll go no. And see, I didn't do very well collecting my falling disco dancers, so my score wasn't very high. I think here is where I put on the infinite energy, maybe, and then now I selected the bomb. So when you hold down, when you charge your shot, you'll release these missiles, and they'll be extra powerful, especially against the bosses. Even though you have like a charged shot, you can still just rapidly press the fire button if you like, and you'll have a different shot, and you can upgrade that shot with the weapon power-up icons. But I'm just skipping forward to show you. There's that charged shot that's like missiles. I'm just skipping forward to show you the boss. Like I said, I have invincibility on. so I was able to collect a bunch of the disco dancers in a row and get a higher bonus at the end of the level. And once again, the boss has an energy meter, and it's at top center. But I will eventually show you the roll. Although I think you saw it in the demo. If you chose the roll before you started your game, yeah, see, I collected so many of those guys, my score is much higher that way. That is really the way you've got to go, is collect those disco dancers. But yeah, the roll is just a kind of not really a shield of giant bullets that surround you, but it's this circle of giant bullets that will move when you move, and you can touch it on the enemies and cause great damage, but it's not really a shield because bullets can still get through and you can still run into enemies. And then you can release that shield as a really powerful shot. But yeah, there's those 3 charge shots you can choose from. You can choose which fighter you want to use, and they each have a different bomb. And you can choose from 4 different speed settings, even before you start your game, and that's really a cool feature. Here is, I think this is the final boss of the game. But yeah, I put on invincibility just because I wanted to get through the game quicker. But again, this was suggested by YouTube user Commander QUUHOD, and he suggested a number of bullet hell games. But got any requests? Let me know. I'll get to them when I can. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. I will scoot forward and defeat the boss. There we go. Hope your football team does well tomorrow. Yeah, look at those bonuses I'm getting. That's pretty nice. But yeah, you gotta collect those disco dancers. And don't miss any if you can help it. It'll greatly increase the value of the enemies you shoot down. And you'll get a big bonus at the end of the level after you beat the boss. And then you put in your initials if you make the high score list, which I did. That is Dangun Feveron, also known as Fever SOS, by Cave and licensed to Nihon System in 1998. And there I am in first place. Now, there are a couple of tricks you can do. One of them is if you put in a credit and at the title screen press down, up, right, left, up, down, left, right, you'll hear that sound, and you'll get a secret character. This can still get killed, but you can change your type of shot. It's a 3-way, but you can change the radius of the 3-way by pressing the secondary button. You cannot fire bombs, and you cannot do charge shots. And now another trick is insert a coin and hold A, B, and start to begin your game. And you'll do time attack mode. And see, there's a timer on the top right. And you just try to get as many points as you can before the time runs out. See, this is a different layout than, or terrain than any we've played in the game. That I recall. But you just play until your time runs out. You don't face a boss or anything, and you have infinite lives. Up at the top left where your life counter is, it's got the infinity symbol. I put on invincibility here too. But you just keep going and try to collect as many of your disco dancers as you can. I did so with invincibility, and I still didn't make the high score list. There is a separate high score list for the time attack mode. And I just couldn't get get that high score. We'll scoot forward and run out of time here. Yeah, I had to get like at least 500,000 or something. No, 600,000. Oh well. Well, that was Dangun Feveron, also known as Fever SOS by Cave and Nihon System in 1998. This is Crazy Climb Ready saying thanks for watching Dangun Feveron, also known as Fever SOS. I will catch you later with another video. You all have a great weekend, everybody. Take it easy. Bye-bye.